the biggest issue that we see clients have in terms of going from where they are to where they want to be is how it's communicated and how you're basically, like I said, these enabling events, which we're going to go into, but there's a huge gap between how you get there and how you communicate the steps to get there to leadership. A lot of the time, companies think that they, from the innovation side, are being tasked with doing more disruptive or transformational, right, H2 or H3 innovation, and that's the reason that their program exists. And what we actually have found from like being very successful with these companies or with these programs and having them scale long term is even if you are tasked with doing disruptive or transformational innovation, going back and looking at Horizon 1 innovation first. So that's under the walk piece of the model. And then also when we go and actually get success there and we can do it quickly in year one, especially during now times of COVID, you build the capability and you build the buy-in and the justification in order to expand and get the resources that you're going to need to go to the disruptive and transformational state. So when you're having these conversations with leadership up front and your program is getting created, making sure that like, hey, this is where we want to be is going into this disruptive and transformational space. Most companies end up just, at the disruptive, and if you can get there, that's great. But even if we want to get here or here, where we need to start is right here. Once again, it's you're going to get pushback on it, but the biggest one of the biggest gaps here is that there is a miscommunication or a misalignment of expectations between what leadership expects you to deliver when you're at this stage at the inception of your program, often with a very small budget in order to test things. And they're expecting you to deliver on these types of initiatives when they're not giving you the budget or the resources in order to do so. So it's a fine line depending on your organization and your culture. When this program's getting kicked off, you want to just make sure that we're starting in this incremental or Horizon 1 space. We'll share this. This is like, people really are receptive to, this is very text heavy once again, but looking at the overall framework itself and breaking down the tactical components of it. What we're looking at here from the top is the primary goal, right, for each one of the steps in this framework. Once again, it's very difficult to go at your first inception of the program and go straight into the run or scale stages. Once again, it's often what's expected from leadership, but it's important to have these types of conversations up front so you're level setting and so that you can actually build the capabilities and things that don't look like they're going to scale in the short term in order to enable you to get the justification in the business case to justify the program long term and bring on the resources that you'll need to deliver on the original expectations of the program. What we normally see, organizations, if you're between 1,000 to 5,000 employees, you're looking at a year-by-year process here. So you have year 1, year 2, year 3. Very often, organizations are going to just go this is where they want to end up. So you're going year 1, year 2, and 3 and beyond.